Hello and welcome everybody to Join Dota League season number 3. It's gonna be game 2 of Insidious Idol versus Invasion Esports, where Invasion, they already have a 1 game lead. And if you're wondering why the hell this clock has stopped, it's because you set up pause the game. Yes, you can actually do that while loading into the game. You can still pause this. It's a little bit weird, but they did it because their drafter is at the moment AFK. So we'll see if they can actually get back up. But hopefully there won't be any more delays or anything, man. We had to wait for OK to just come back in. He was having some issues with his PC that needed to just be taken care of. Maybe restarted the PC or I don't even know. But we're in game number 2 nonetheless. As Invasion, they looked good to start off the game last time. But in Serious Idol they definitely showed that they have what it takes to just kind of challenge Invasion and take a couple of team fights and potentially the game. Of course, didn't happen by the end, but now... whoa, yes! The last caster also connects. Whew! Man, that was extremely close, so clutch. But now, Invasion Esports, they are the ones to probably start the bans. I'm not even too sure. Nope, my bad, Insidious Idol. First ban for them. So, I guess Lycan getting banned out by Insidious Idol. Invasion taking out something like a Faceless Void, Doombringer Razor, so anything along those lines, maybe even a Death Prophet. But in Serious Idol, they actually started with a Viper. Invasion Esports, yes, they played it last game. The tri lane worked out well, I can give them that, but after that, the Viper just got focused in every single team fight pretty much and did almost nothing. But just the laning presence, the laning phase gave Invasion Esports enough of a lead to just warrant the Viper ban anyway. So the Brewmaster was taken out by Invasion instead, so looks like that's a hero that they most certainly do not want to face. Secondary set of bans, so yes, Lycan was banned by Insidious Idol. I actually thought, like, are they really going to leave it open, really? I guess they could have just either forced Invasion to ban it or just pick it up themselves as the first pick, but I have seen a lot of Radiant Lycans actually lose. Unless it's like literally like Lycan, Death Prophet, Shadow Shaman, Nature's Prophet, such a lineup, then it's actually really hard to stop the push and just do anything. But now, Invasion, second ban about to come. What is going through their minds? What do they want to surprise us with? I don't think the ban is going to be too much of a surprise, like Doombringer, Razor, Death Prophet even potentially. Something like that most likely will get banned. And sometimes some teams ban like, yeah, it's a Doom, so don't have to figure it out any longer. As in Serious Idol, first pick, Razor maybe, Shadow Shaman, Skyriff Mage, Faceless Void of course is available. And maybe they could go for Faceless Void. I actually haven't casted Insidious Idol nor Invasion for quite a long time. But no, they start with a Razor, so Invasion now. Faceless Void, Skyriff Mage, maybe, yes, no. Or what else could they be looking at? Shadow Shaman plus Death Prophet is definitely a possibility as well if they just want to get some push. And with the two heroes, they could also take Roshan fairly early on. Especially if they also had a Nature's Prophet, for example, there. Just having the 3-ins to tank it up. They are taking some time. Wasn't an instant pick for them. Maybe they were hoping to get the Razor themselves. We're hoping that Insidious Idol are going to go for the Faceless Void. And the Void is a hero that, yes, he is extremely strong and wins just... It feels like he wins so often thanks just to the Chronosphere being such a sick ability. But it's not as strong of a hero. I mean, it's not like you pick Faceless Void and you win. You have to execute. He has to get a decent enough start to begin with as well on top of it. So, definitely not the easiest thing to do, but they start with the Faceless, so are they going to synergize it now with the Skyriff Mage, or maybe even go for like Ancient Apparition, something along those lines? I still wouldn't mind a Shadow Shaman as well. You just can't really go wrong with that support hero. But heroes like Lich, Witch Doctor, Skyriff Mage, Ancient Apparition, they're just so good with the Chronosphere, just so much damage. I actually would like the Death Ward as well against the Razor, or the Witch Doctor, because Skyriff Mage doesn't want to use too many spells on the Razor thanks to the Purge. But, man, it's gonna be there anyway. Sky of Mage just... It's an easier combo to set up for sure than the Witch Doctor. Sky of Mage's early roaming and laning is possibly a little bit better as well, on top of that. But yeah, just the fact that you don't have to channel your ultimate, yet you can dish out so much magic damage, is definitely beneficial for the side of Invasion. Insidious, idle though. On the flip side, having the Razor, what's their second pick gonna be? I mean, Shadow Shaman is a possibility for them, but Ancient Apparition wouldn't be too bad. Ancient Apparition is good with the Chronosphere, but it's decent against the Chronosphere as well, to be honest. For example, you activate the Cold Feet on the Faceless Void, and he can't just stay and right-click the target. He wants to just has to run around a little bit before. Or even something like they go for the Tidehunter, so that's a perfectly fine pick up here. Tidehunter is just excellent counter initiation. Once you get the Blink Dagger, Faceless Void, he time walks in, pops the Chronosphere, suddenly Tidehunter just blinks in, pops the Ravage, so nobody can actually properly follow up anymore. And of course, just having the Kraken Shell against the Ancient Seal of Sky of Mage, for example, is also a pretty useful tool to have. But Witch Doctor was the first ban in the secondary phase from Insidious Idol after seeing, of course, the Faceless Void coming out already. And not only that, just the healing, the voodoo restoration of the Witch Doctor, to be honest, to me is possibly one of his strongest sides. Just, it's such a sick heal, man. When it's maxed out, it's 40 HPS, 40 health per second regen. Also, Ancient Apparition taken out, so Insidious Idol, they're just targeting all the bans to make sure that Invasion's Faceless Void isn't too scary. Of course, there's still a possibility for something like an Invoker, for example, Sunstrikes, Chaos Meteors. It's also so damn painful to deal with. And with an Expert Invoker, you would have the Forge Spirits to help you push as well as get Roshan. So I wouldn't mind an Invoker in the slightest, but Invasion, their bans, the Sand King, the first one in the second phase, second one, about to come out shortly now. What's it actually gonna be? I mean, in Insidious Idol, they have possibly their two cores, the mid laner and their off laner. Razor, of course, can be in a tri lane, even in an aggressive tri lane, quite as easy. Although, if it should be something like Razor safe lane, up against Faceless Void, who is most likely gonna be off lane, the Razor's gonna have such a good time, and that's gonna free up the supports of Insidious Idol to roam around to the other lanes quite easy, because Razor, he can take on the Faceless Void solo any day, anytime. Static Link is just way too good, and Faceless Void, yes, he can time walk away from a couple of them, but he really doesn't want to just use too much of his mana pool, and just maybe if he uses the time walk to escape only a Static Link, he might just go down straight after once the supports rotate in and time walk is on cooldown, for example. So we'll see what happens in Invasion. They pick up an Earthshaker now. They ban out the Tinker as well, actually. And the Earthshaker, Sky of Mage, it's a really potent combination. I mean, in theory, yes, Earthshaker can't really input damage into the Chronosphere, but he can definitely just get into position to get a nice Fissure block or just a nice Echo Slam off afterwards. Shadow Demon was the pick for Insidious Idol. That means that they will have now a defensive, or just have defensive capabilities even in the Chronosphere, or just somebody gets stunned up and Mystic Flare to defensive disrupt him. Suddenly Mystic Flare ends anyway. So Shadow Demon pick, I like it, I have to say. And Invasion now, what are they gonna go for? They still lack a hard carry, unless it's gonna be Faceless Void safe lane. In that case, they need an off laner as well as a mid laner still. Unless, of course, Sky of Mage is going to be mid lane. I mean, they have a couple of possibilities. I do believe it's going to be a support Skyref though. Just going for more of a standard kind of build. Sometimes Weaver is picked up to just try to counteract the Razor a little bit. Thanks to the Static Link being, thanks to the Sukuchi being able to outrun the Static Link. It's a thing that they could do. Death Prophet is actually also still available. Death Prophet is definitely good face away, but no, they go for a Queen of Pain instead. A Queen of Pain. I mean, that's a lot of magic damage. It does synergize well together with the Ancient Seal of the Sky of Mage, just boosting up magic damage even more. But it can fall off late. Queen of Pain though, with his attack animation, she can actually transition into a pretty hard late game carry as well, just going for like Monkey King bar Daedalus. So, at least she has the ability to transition. And to be honest, mid lane, Queen of Pain versus Razor is also decent because you can blink out of the Static Link. Although if you get caught by the Ravage, you are most likely done for. Oh man, just a little bit of a risky pick. Hopefully for Invasion it will work out, but in Serious Idol now, what do they go for as the 4th pick? Do they go for some solid hero that has actually some proper lockdown, or do they go for actually... They could go for an Invoker themselves as well, to be honest here. Just have the Disruption into Sunstrike, Plasma Field to follow. Could be easy kills. Something like a Leshrac wouldn't be too bad either, I guess. Lina, get that extra burst damage, as well as the stun to follow up the Shadow Demon. Sand King was banned though, so that's out of the question now. Jakiro might be useful. Jakiro with his long range, Ice Path is good against Faceless Void as well, even if the Chrono comes out. Liquid Fire to push the towers, and Ice Path is such an easy spell to just combo up with the Shadow Demon Disruption. But no, they go for an Ember Spirit, so picking up a core, leaving the last supports for the last one. Unless it's going to be Tidehunter support, which I highly doubt, but Ember Spirit... Is it going to be safely in Ember with a Razor now up against Queen of Pain mid, or are they still running an Ember mid against Queen of Pain? We'll see, I guess soon enough, in a couple of minutes time. But Ember Spirit, it can be a good pickup, just the Flame Guard soaking up the Sonic Wave as well as the Scream of Pain potentially from the Queen of Pain. Lots of Screams and Queens and... But, I mean, Ember Spirit, it's definitely not a bad hero. I had the ability and the pleasure to yesterday cast Mushi in the G1 Gaming Challenge. He played an Ember Spirit there once, he completely went kamikaze mode, died a couple times too many even, and today as well he was like 7-1 and 7 at some point along the game. So Ember Spirit, if you get off to a good start, you can definitely just snowball and kind of become the unkillable force. He has to be a little bit wary of just either getting stun locked by the Earthshaker though, once the Earthshaker has high enough levels into Aftershock, or just silenced up by the Skyrift Mage. If he can avoid that, he's going to be golden, but can he? That's the big question. Of course, Shadow Demon, he's going to be probably at his heels, just ready with the disruption if it really comes down to that. But now, the 5th pick for Invasion Esports, after having banned out Mirana, they go for a Venomancer. So, it's still not too clear who's going to be the farming role and who's going to be the support and whatnot. I still do believe actually it might be a... Is it going to be a Core Earthshaker? I wanted to say Core Venomancer, but... Core Earthshaker is actually excellent against the Ember Spirit. You just go in, enchant Totem, right click and Ember Spirit down. Ember Spirit, definitely not the tankiest of heroes. His base armor is pretty low. His health pool really just doesn't shine through either. So... I'm hoping for it at the moment. Carry Earthshaker, come on guys, bring it Invasion! As for Insidious Idol though, their 5th pick, they still need the support. And seeing this Venomancer, I think their mind must be racing as well, like, how the hell do they lane this? Who's gonna pick up what hero? If only Insidious Idol knew who is gonna play what hero, they could just tell the lanes, or just almost immediately, at least would know who the core heroes are actually gonna be. So in Insidious Idol, they only have 6 seconds left to go for a Lich. So, are they gonna run something like an aggressive tri-lane now? With Lich, Shadow Demon, Razor? It's definitely possible. It would be a... I mean, decently enough... or decently strong enough. Holy crap, there's thunder outside. Just out of nowhere, out of the blue. Hopefully it wasn't some bombs exploding, but... Anyway... If they go for an aggressive trial and Lich, of course, will have the sacrifice. They will have just disruption into the Soul Catcher, into Plasma Field and Frost Blast to just get the slows and the nukes. It can definitely be potent if they want to go for it. If they want to play it safe, I wouldn't really fault them either for it. But guys, we are in the game now. Hopefully no pauses, no nothing, fingers crossed. Knock on wood, whatever superstition you may believe in. But to introduce the lineups to you guys, once again, if you just missed game number 1 or think if there are any lineup changes or anything along those lines, Shagasaurus will be playing on the Shadow Demon to just support it up. Hana will be on the Tidehunter, so actually they might be running double dual lanes. As you said, on the Ember Spirit already has a Poorman Shield, most likely going to be their mid laner. With Zred to play the Lich, and the Razor going to be played by Bethel. But for invasion, they are invading into the enemy jungle already. FCFC will play the Venomancer, leaving Ghost to play the Faceless Void. Okay, up on the Earthshaker, ADTR to play the Skywrath, and Kechikimba on the Queen of Pain. Doesn't look like they find anybody though. I mean, they spot out the Tidehunter. But Tidehunter, of course, sees them in return, so everybody's just gonna back off happily. So with FCFC being in the Venomancer, not Venom, the Viper carry core role last game, him on the Venomancer and with his item build as well, most likely gonna be a core Venomancer after all. So a little bit disappointing that we don't see a carry Earthshaker, but can't say I'm overly surprised by the fact. But with this game, with the way that they lane and just their hero choices, it means that Queen of Pain is gonna have to do extremely well in the mid lane, because Venomancer, yes, you can be really annoying just going for that early mech for the heal, then going for like Aghanim Scepter afterwards. Aghanim Scepter Veil at some point, maybe with the kind of lineup that they have, and the Veil would be such a sick item. But man, I'm a little bit afraid for invasion if it just drags on to the late game up against the Ember Spirit and the Razor. And even the Tidehunter can just be such a nuisance. But they already get one nice sentry down. They're expecting this camp to be blocked. So they actually get 50 gold, deny vision for Insidious Idol. So it's a dual lane at the moment. Bottom lane, Ghost gonna farm up against Hana. As mid lane, dual lane, are they really just gonna keep it up, or does Red just want to buy some time for his hero to get the initial last hit, get that early bottle, because he actually has to work quite hard to get the bottle, starting with the poor man shield, just using most of his gold for that, even one iron branch. But we'll see. Queen of Pain, oh, he blinks out already. Just to be on the safe side, didn't want the Searing Chains to come out, just didn't want to tank up the tower in the slightest. I mean, 12-second cooldown, not the longest one, already off almost. So he's gonna be just fine. And I find it a little bit weird that you didn't send the Lich off lane, just so good in that role, but the tower is under, or the creep wave is under the tower anyway. ADTR just putting on some harass with those arcane bolts. There is no magic stick out yet, but Chegasaurus, he also started with boots of speed, so actually 3 heroes from Insidious Isle started with boots. Just boots galore. I guess that kind of indicates that they want to rotate early on. Maybe we're expecting different lanes to come out at the same time. But Ghost, he's probably going to struggle a little bit against the Tidehunter. Just the Anchor Smash against melee heroes, it's so damn good. So far though, he's actually 8-1 compared to 6-0. So maybe Tidehunter, as he gains more levels, the advantage might become just more imminent. Actually, never mind, Ghost, he's going man mode. He's not afraid at all. Hana, he's not even Anchor Smashing. Wow, and of course, Time Lock level 2 Ghost. He's going for the maximum combat build. Now there's the Anchor Smash. He wanted to farm up with it at the same time. Didn't really want to use them just unnecessarily, and of course, since Ghost, he already went for a magic stick as well, Hana. He's aware of it. Another Time Lock comes out. The creep wave helps out a little bit with the damage. Nothing too big, but... And Ghost, he's just trying to manhandle the Tidehunter. A hero is just so tanky in general. I mean, 1 point into Kraken Shell, yes, not the most of block, but... It's still better than nothing. Oh, they get the slow, the Fisher block as well onto Bethel. But he's already stealing the damage. FCFC is gonna come in now. Oh, body blocked by ADTR, the Fisher. It's still there. You can't even eat your way through from it. Okay, going for the right click. It's a nice disruption though, just before FC used his Venomous Scale. He waited a little bit too long with it, I think, anyway. But nobody, no side has a casualty. There is one Clarity still on Earthshaker. So he won't actually have too much mana to just keep up. Kechik, does he have his bottle already? No, he's struggling really hard against this dual lane. 8-2. Also started with Null Talisman, so had to work just as hard as Ysera for the bottle, but Ysera is a little bit ahead, thanks to the help of Shred there, and of course, even if Kechikimba had a perfect creep score, he would still be like at least 4, 5, 6 maybe even creep short, thanks to the sacrifice of the Lich by now. But look at his bottom lane, Hana. He's out of consumables. He can afford Arcane Boots at the very least, Anchor Smash, Connection Ghost as well. But Ghost, he has 2 tangos, he has 7 stick charges and a healing cell, so he's absolutely fine. Kichikima blinks out mid lane, 4 minutes in, yet to have a first blood. And actually this dual lane, top lane, in Razor, he's not getting too much farm, he's getting some XP, but 2-2, it's definitely not an ideal score, but they are up against his tri lane. Okay, finds himself a haste rune as well. Didn't go through the river, although Well, they had the vision, just Earthshaker picking it up anyway. So, 4.5 minutes in. Ghost actually, no, not gonna go in. Already used the time walk. Hana dropped low, but Anchor Smash was enough to just reduce the damage output of the Faceless Void. As mid lane, doesn't look like Ysera and Thread. They don't seem to be actually hoping for some kills. They just want a lane advantage, and that's it. 15 and 3 on Kechi Kimbas compared to Ysera's 18 and 6. So, I mean, they're not really shutting down the Queen of Pain as hard. Yes, they are denying some XP as well as just some last hits, but it's not too effective. Because of it, Razor is just struggling pretty damn hard, not getting the farm at all, not even getting too many levels for himself. Tidehunter kind of losing the bottom lane, especially now that he had to run all the way home. So hopefully for them, once they hit like level 6 or something, or that they have a certain plan in mind that when they can go aggressive and just try to make up for what they've lost early. But now, Bethel, he's up on the bottom lane, up against Faceless Void, who is level 6, has the Chronosphere as well. So if just +1 hero comes, they might be in trouble, but mid lane rotations are coming. Smoke up onto OK on ADTR, they have 1 point into silence Ysera. Once his Flame Guard ends, I think that's when they're gonna go. The Shadow Star comes out as well, they're gonna man fight. There's the slow, but Keichik is dropping solo, he can't blink out, and Ysera is gonna go down the last right click. Keichik, he's actually the one to get the first blood as well. It was a risky bait, to say the least, from Queen of Pain. Just tanking up the creep wave for a little while and the Ember Spirit. But they managed to succeed, just nicely done. Finally, we have the first blood, 6 minutes in. And do we see another rotation from Invasion now? The supports still have mana for 1 extra Fisher. Oh, Rune, Keichik, are you gonna get... If it's a region Rune, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Queen of Pain? He had a full bottle anyway, so actually it doesn't even need it as bad, but... What a good Rune to get, nonetheless. As FCFC, farming up top lane, highest farmer, 28 and 7, actually pretty much tied with the Ember Spirit mid lane. So nobody has had any free farm time, just doesn't have a perfect creep score or not even close to it really. But bottom lane, Keichik Kimba is coming bottom lane, they're gonna go in, there's the Chronosphere, Keichik wants Shagasaur's defensive disruption comes out, Keichik, he has his ultimate, he's gonna pop it as well, will it be enough Scream of Pain to follow 1 right click, and yes it will. Oh man, nice defensive disruption, but just buying some time. If he had actually waited for it, went for an extremely clutch disruption just as the Sonic Wave was about to come. But look at the creep waves tanking things up. Ghost, he wants to come in, he has the time walk if he wants to go out back. Oh, first hit, Bash coming out. Shagasaur's eating the tree, Scream of Pain, and that's the kill. Time walk, Ghost, he gets back to safety. Bethel, he can't follow up. So suddenly 3-0, man, just 3 kills in the span of 1 minute. And now top lane, Tidehunter, he's even struggling there, man, just Venomancer Plague Wards, level 3. So damn annoying. Are they gonna go in? Actually, the Fisher, no, the Ravage, he comes out, it whiffs almost completely there, he gets it. The Fisher's there, slow onto Hana as well. Defensive disruption, but is it gonna be enough? Now Ysera, he comes in over the Fisher, of course, with the Fire Remnants. So it's gonna be a 1-4-0. Tidehunter just barely makes it out, although the poison is still taking him down. Venom Scale, it's level 2 as well. Actually. Oh, 18 HP, 18. So close, but no cigar. Holy crap. Top lane though, Shagasaur, another Fisher, he's gonna go down for sure. Straight he comes in, defensive disruption on himself, but he's gonna go down. Actually, they might get the Leech as well, he's level 5, no chain for us to bounce. Shagasaur, what? They're not going for the kill at all. They're just leaving him be. They want to chase down Shred. A Fisher, the Arcane Bolt, he goes down. Just barely. FC's poison damage was enough. Man, that just leaving the Shadow Demon like that, a little bit weird, but in the end, ended up working for them anyway. So, 6-1, 8 minutes in. And looking at the early graphs as well, 3,500 almost for Invasion in gold, XP pretty much at the exact same line. So they're looking good. Courier though mid lane, is it in some trouble this area? Has a haste room, but backs off in time I guess. Keichik just right clicks away. Nothing much happening. Top lane, the slow, they get Hana. He doesn't have a Ravage anymore as well. Silenced up, Fisher, Arcane Bolts, a few right clicks. Actually another defensive disruption. Is it gonna be enough to poison damage? Nope. It's not gonna be enough, so he survives once again with like 50 HP. This Tidehunter just barely survives everything, and what, they get the counter? I guess Soul Catcher and Shadow Poison was enough. So Invasion, just a little bit unlucky, and really well played by the Shadow Demon. He's been just on point with the disruptions for the majority of this game already. We are of course only 9 minutes in, so that's not a huge indicator of anything to come. But it's better than nothing, and just comparing the mid lane, net worth, not the farm. Just Kechi Kimba, he has so much. Oh, the courier's still hanging around with the blink out. Is he gonna get it out? Holy crap, Frost Blast, Queen of Pain. Must be thanking his lucky stars. He's just TP'd back home, reaching up. Did he really fire Remnant anywhere? Yes, he did. So he's gonna be fine, but man, Queen of Pain. I'm not too sure if he actually started with his traits on intelligence or agility and just managed to swap them to strength to survive, but that was way too close for comfort. Top lane, getting slow siege by the Plague Ward. Just look at the army of Plague Wards. Of course, only one was in deny range, but oh, yes, Sarah gonna come in from the side with Shred. Shred has the Chain Frost as well. They're gonna go in triple Remnants onto OK. Can they get the Searing Chains? The Fisher came off before FC. Going for the TP out. Actually, no, Searing Chains. This range, man. Chain Frost used as well. They get the kill. ADTR in the meantime. Oh, actually, wow. Ketchikimba, he comes in. Gets a counter at the very least. So, 1 for 2. Of course, still favoring Insidious. I'll just triple Remnant onto the Earthshaker. This damage output and the Searing Change. I mean, it must have been on the just bare end of the range. But 4 for 7 now. Bottom lane, Bethel might be in trouble. Yep, the Chronosphere comes out today. Nope, no Mystic Flare yet, but they still might have Arcane Bolts are flying. The Ravage comes out as well. Actually, the Fisher is still. And they say Bethel once again Ghost. He's on the run now. Backtracks a little bit. Some of the right clicks. Magic Stick activated now. Ysera, he comes in as well. ADTR gonna lose his life just after he got the kill on Bethel. The Arcane Bolt, the right clicks, they were enough. But he 1 for 1 again. Of course, Invasion. They lost the support. Kill they carry, but they were hoping for so much more damage, it looked like. But mid lane, Ketchikimba is going to go for Shred. Slows down with the Shadow Strike. Come on, one more Scream of Pain. It's coming off cooldown. The TP, it's not going to be there in time. Shred is back to safety. Clutch TP, just going to high ground, preventing the vision. So, 5 to 8 now. Looking at the graphs again. Has it changed? No, not too much. Still 3,500 in gold. XP, also 3,000 for Invasion. At least in Serious Idol, they got it under control now. It hasn't, just the lead hasn't expanded. And Ketchik, yes, 4, 0 and 1. 47 last hits on the Queen of Pain, who was up against a dual lane in the mid. Actually has an Ogre Club as well, so he might be going for a straight up PKB. Just to make sure he actually survives the fights and can jump into the middle of everybody. He also might be looking for an Agonist, but then would have been a point booster rather than an Ogre Club, I think. But mid lane, they get the slow onto the Lich. The follow-up is there as well. No Shadow Strike though, they don't even care. Just Ancient Seal, boosts up enough damage. Ohio didn't even break this, not Ohio, okay. Man, Ohio, casting too much Titan or Team Mushi. But okay, just didn't even break the smoke by using the Fisher. That's just how long range it is. As Bethel, working towards the mech at the moment. He has the Hatress as well, so actually needs only 500 gold more. Even 400 just for the recipe. Pretty damn close. And for Invasion, FC is going for the mech as well, just has the Buckler for it. Or never mind me, also has the Hatress, so he's a little bit farther away though. Needs another 700 or 650 gold for it. But mid lane is Sarah, he has an Invis rune. Ketchik, even though he has the blink, he's not safe. If he stacks up enough Shadow Poison charges, Shagasaurus, they might be able to claim the kill, but nope, Sarah, he's just on the hunt, in the enemy jungle. Not gonna find the courier either. I mean, it's just, his timing for the courier is just a little bit off. I'm pretty sure he isn't scouting for that per se, but when he had a haste rune, he came in like this, just when the courier was here, just flying towards this point, so he already backed off. But mid lane, looks like they want to set up something, to say the least. They're gonna go in, Flame Guard activated. There's the Plasma Field as well, but TP is coming into the tier 2 and the tier 1. Blink in. Oh, the Chronosphere, they have it, they catch 2 heroes with it, but Chain Frost to bounce around. Oh, Sonic Wave. What? That burst, Queen of Pain, level 2 ultimate now. There's the Mystic Flare onto Shred. Hana comes in with the Ravage, but Echo Slam just completely cleans them up. 4 for 1 so far. Is Sarah going for the TP out? Do they have any stuns at all? Anything? Nope, okay. Where's the value point? Where is the value point into Enchant Totem, man? Could have been such an easy kill on yet another core hero, but even without that kill, 4 for 1, it was definitely an exchange they'll take any day, any time. And I mean, the Chain Frost came onto the Faceless Void, but the Sonic Wave just completely decimated. I think it was the Razor as well as the Shadow Demon. Like, holy crap. And now they might even lose the tier 1 tower mid. Plague Wards actually have been placed rather defensively, at least the majority of them. But they might still get it. Frost Blast. No, Isar is gonna go in. Gets the Searing Chains onto Ketchik as well. He has the Blink still. Is he gonna go for it? Oh, the Fissures there. Blink. Oh, defensive destruction. Do they have any poison damage? Anything at all? Isar trying to chase down Ketchik. Can't quite do it. And Lich, he goes down in the end anyway. Plague Ward did do the job. But Ketchik, man, he went for a little ballsy. Just Blink. Blink, Scream of Pain, and try to run in the river. So, 14-6 all of a sudden. BKB just getting ever closer for Ketchik. He's only 300 gold short of it. And once he gets that, he can literally just jump in and not be afraid of pretty much anything. Static Link, maybe Eye of the Storm. But Bethel, he's only level 7, 15 minutes in. At least has his mech finished now, so that's definitely a good part. FC 10 gold away from his as well. So both teams will have the mech finished. Tidehunter, only 400 gold short of his Blink Dagger. If that's what he's looking for, but I am almost positive he is. So they still have a chance to just take team fights for sure. As there's a smoke. FC, is he acting as the bait, or did he break the smoke unintentionally? Whatever the case may be, they're not gonna find any heroes unless their rotations come to the bottom lane to try to defend this as Ghost. Pushing it out on the Faceless Void. Mask of Mana is activated. He's gonna get it. Ketchik gets himself the BKB even before the tower goes down. It might be a tower trade though if Insidious want to just press it, but their push is definitely not fast by any means at all. They just have physical damage, that's it. They have the means to defend their own towers with the ice armor of Thread's Lich. But Plague Ward just, at least if there's a army of Plague Wards down already, the tower will still go down eventually, because it's not like they have a Treant Protector with the living armor healing it back up. But oh, Void, he goes in. Chronosphere onto 2 as well. Gonna go for Shagasaurus first. Can the Lich do anything? Don't think so. Actually, might get the disruption. Nope. Sonic Wave comes out. Catches Hana as well. Just barely time lock through. Blinking. BKB activated. The Ravage. It comes out. Chain Frost to follow. But okay. It just spreads out completely. The creeps in the jungle tank it up a little bit. But now Shred, he's on the run as well. Gonna get slowed down from the poison. And Ketchik just chases him down with some right clicks. Ice armor. It's not gonna help anybody. And now Blinking. They get Ysera as well. Or can they get it? The Remnants? No. They didn't get just far enough. The slowing down their Fire Remnant movement speed as well. So 4-4-1, and that's GG Invasion. They win 2-0. Second game, only 16 minutes. Just this early to mid game lineup, working out wonders. Just you had to snowball, and that's exactly what they did. So guys, this is going to conclude it for us for the time being. We're actually going to have another game in 1 hour time. I might not even close the stream. I have to restart it, but I'm probably not going to close it completely. So, just if you want to see some more Division 1 action, it's going to be Goomba Gaming versus Power Rangers, if I'm not mistaken, in 1 hour. So stay tuned if you want to see that, and if not, if you want to see us in the future though, be sure to follow us on this channel, as well as HeflaTV 1 and HeflaMoke. Just all the English channels for us, and our social media, HeflaTV on Facebook, Twitter, and VK for the Russian viewers. And of course, the VODs will be uploaded as fast as possible onto youtube.com/HeflaMoke. All the links are below the stream if you want. And guys, there's Mushi Challenge going on, G1 Gaming Challenge on HeflaTV 1. It's going to be Regal versus Team Mushi. It should be already starting, I think, so you can check that out as well, as we are waiting here anyway. So guys, I hope to see you later on this channel or the other one. But anyway, have a good evening, afternoon, or morning.